Now let us discuss equation of circle touching one or both the coordinate axis. Now here we have this circle touching the x-axis. Okay. Now if the center C1 is alpha comma beta. Okay, let us take the center of this circle touching the x-axis as alpha comma beta. So the radius will be, here this line will be 90 degree to the x-axis. Let us take this circle touching the x-axis at point P. Okay, this height is represented by this ordinate beta. So here this will be, beta will be the distance between center C1 to point P, which is touching the x-axis. So if center 1 is alpha comma beta, then radius is nothing but r is equals to, from this figure it will be C1P. Okay, that will be C1P, or I'll take just C, not C1. So this will become CP, right? CP, from figure the value will be beta. Okay, let me take it as mod beta for circle above the line or below the line, because in both the cases circle will touch the x-axis, above the x-axis or below the axis. That's why I'm taking mod beta. Now for this kind of circle touching the x-axis, equation of circle is, center is this one, that is h comma k, alpha comma beta is nothing but h minus k. So it will become x minus h whole square, that is x minus alpha square y minus beta square equal to radius square. Radius is beta here, so that will be beta square. Okay, remember the radius will be the ordinate when it is touching the x-axis, that is y value. Now similarly, see here, this circle is touching y-axis, Now if I take the center C as alpha comma beta, okay, if I take the center as C, that is alpha comma beta, then this circle will touch this y-axis at point P. So the distance will be alpha here, that is the radius of the circle. So the radius r is nothing but distance between CP, that is alpha. Here I am taking mod alpha because the circle can touch the y-axis from the right side or left side, that is in quadrant 1 or quadrant 2. Okay, so here the equation of circle is x minus alpha square plus y minus beta square is equals to, radius will be alpha square. So here the abscissa of this center will be the radius whenever it is touching the y-axis. Okay, this will be the equation for the circle. Now let us see, here the circle is touching both the coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis, both of them. Okay, now the center, if this distance, now let us take this point of touching the x-axis will be P. Similarly, the point of touching the y-axis will be Q. If this distance is alpha, then it will be alpha here. So the distance will be same. Okay, the distance will be same. If it is touching both the coordinate axis, then the center will become alpha comma alpha will be the center, and similarly radius will be alpha only. Okay, radius will be alpha, right? So if it is touching both the axes. If circle touching both coordinate axes, then center will be alpha comma alpha and radius r will be mod alpha, because it can touch in any quadrant, first quadrant, second quadrant and third quadrant or fourth quadrant. Equation of circle is x minus alpha square plus y minus alpha square is equals to alpha square will be the equation of circle when it is touching both the equations of circles touching y-axis at the point 0, 4 and cutting the x-axis in a chord of length 6 units. Okay, here we have a coordinate axis, this is y-axis and here we have x-axis. So the circle is touching means it will intersect at only one point, that point is 0, 4. So let me draw the circle and cutting the axis in a chord. So let me make the circle here, this will be the circle, this circle is touching the y-axis at only one point. See here, it will touch this at only one point. This circle is touching the y-axis at point P. Okay, let us take that point is P, that is 0, 4. Here we have these two point of intersection of circle with x-axis, this is known as chord. Okay, this will be the chord. Chord is nothing but line passing through 2 points. Okay, through the circle, that will be the chord. This chord is having a length of 6 units. So the length of the chord is 6 units. Let us name this as A, B. Okay, these 2 points as A, B. These 2 points of intersection of circle with x-axis will be AB. Now here we have a center C. Now let me join like this. Let us drop a perpendicular here. Okay, this is perpendicular dropped here. Now this will be the midpoint here. Let us take this midpoint as M. Okay, let us name this as midpoint M. The total AB length is 6. Now here M is the midpoint, so A to M will be 3, half of 6. Also MB is also 3. So this is the midpoint M. Now I want radius. Radius is nothing but the distance of center to any point on the periphery. So I am taking this point A here. From this I want to get the radius. Okay, from A to C will be the radius, because the radius is nothing but distance between center and a point on the periphery. Okay, now one more thing, from this point P, this point P is 4 units above the x-axis. So here on this line y will be 4 everywhere. So from this I can say that this length, this height is always 4. So from this I can say that the coordinates of the center will be above 4 units above this line, because it is constant everywhere. Okay, it will be 4. Now I want the abscissa. Here I want the abscissa, that is x value of the center. Right, now let me solve this here. Now consider triangle. Consider triangle A C M. Triangle ACM, that is a right angle triangle. Consider right angle triangle ACM. Okay, 90 degree at M only. Okay, here it is 90 degree. So in this right angle triangle, apply Pythagoras theorem. That will be hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. So in this, hypotenuse is nothing but side opposite to 90 degree, that is AC. That will be AC square is equals to, the other two sides of a triangle is AM square plus CM square. Okay, now AC value I am taking radius R square is equals to AM. AM value from this figure we got 3, that is half of the total chord length. CM from figure will be 4, because C to M distance is same here, because CM is nothing but the height above this point. So CM will be 4 from figure. Okay, now this will be R square equal to 3 square will be 9. This will be 4 square will be 16. So R square is equals to 25. So R will be 5. Okay, radius can't be negative. So R will be 5 units, right? So I got the radius as 5. Now this point will be, now the center. Now center C is equals to, C value is nothing but this one. C value I want center. Now from figure, see here in this figure, I want axis of the center. Now C to P, CP, this point C to P is same as C to A. Okay, from this figure C to P, this CP distance, this one CP distance is same as C to A distance, because both of them represent the radial line. So wherever you draw a radial line, that will be same. So CP equal to CA. CA value is R only. R value we got 5. So from this I can say that the abscissa will be 5, because it is at a distance of 5 units from y-axis. Okay, so the C will be 5, 4. Now with center, let us take this center and radius pi. Write down the equation of circle. Equation of circle in first quadrant. It is in first quadrant. So in first quadrant is x minus h whole square. H value is 5, k value is 4 here. So from center, 5 square plus y minus k 4 square equal to 5 square. This will be the one of the equation of a circle. Okay, this will become x square minus, or if I expand this, or I can leave it here also, this will become 25. Okay, this is one of the equation of circle. But in the question he said find the equations of circles, means there will be two circles here. Now this circle is touching x-axis in quadrant 1. Okay, maybe the circle can touch the y-axis from quadrant 2 also. Okay, so I'll get one more circle like this, in this way. Okay, the circle may touch in this way also. Here this is also possible. The circle can touch the y-axis in quadrant 2. Okay, so the center 2, let me take the this center as center 1. Now for this second circle, let me take the center 2. Here the abscissa will be the image, okay, the image of C1 with respect to y axis. Okay, let me write down here. Center 2 is the image of C1 with respect to y axis. With respect to y axis means x will become negative. So here I'll get minus 5 comma 4, because height will not same, height will be same for this much height, this height will be positive only. So in second quadrant the x value will be negative, so that's why I'm taking minus 5 here. In quadrant 2 x will be negative because negative axis will be there. Okay, so we'll get one more circle, that will be center 2 will be minus 5 comma 4 and radius will be same 5. So equation of circle in second quadrant is x minus h, that will be minus of minus will be plus, x plus 5 square y minus 4 square is equals to 5 square, that will be 25. This will be the another equation of circle in second quadrant. So these are the two equations of circle touching y axis and having an intercept on x axis in the form of. Find the equation of circle or circles which touches both the coordinate axis and the straight line 4x plus 3y equal to 6. Now here we have a coordinates axis, x axis, y axis. So we have a given line is 4x plus 3y plus 6. Now let us find the point of intersection of this line with coordinate axis. Put y equal to 0, we will get 4x equal to 6, x will be 3 by 2. So we got a point on x axis, that is 3 by 2, that is 1.5 comma 0 on x axis. So this point will be a of 3 by 2 comma 0. Similarly, put x equal to 0, I'll get 3y is equals to 6, y will be 2. So we get a point 0 comma 2 on y axis. So we got this point B 0 comma 2. Now look at this circle, it is touching both the coordinate axis. So the center will be, whenever it is touching both the coordinate axis, its center will be at a equal distance from both the coordinate axis. So let me take this as alpha comma alpha will be the center for this circle. Okay, so equation of circle when it is touching both coordinate axis is x minus alpha square plus y minus alpha square equal to alpha square, right? Now this is the equation of circle. The only unknown in this is alpha. Alpha is unknown to us. If we got the value of alpha, then we got the equation of circle. One more thing, this equation is given 4x plus 3y equal to 6. Okay, this is touching this circle, means this equation of this line, okay, this line is a tangent. Okay, it is a tangent to circle. It is a tangent to this circle. It means that if I take, let me erase this. Now if I mark a point, so this will be perpendicular. Now this center C and this point P is perpendicular to this tangent. Okay, so here the radius from figure I can say that radius is equals to perpendicular distance. Radius is equals to perpendicular distance of C alpha comma alpha to 4x plus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. So that will become radius is equals to perpendicular distance formula. Now put this point into this line, it will be 4 alpha 3 alpha minus 6 upon root over coefficient of x square, that is 4 square, coefficient of y square 3 square. Okay, this will be the radius. Okay, and one more thing, from figure I can say that the radius will be same everywhere. Okay, radius will be r everywhere. So this center is alpha comma alpha, no, so r will be alpha only, so r is alpha here equal to 4 plus 3 will be 7 alpha minus 6 mod by root over 16 plus 9. Now if I remove this mod, I will get plus minus here, plus minus alpha is equals to 7 alpha minus 6 by root 25 will be 5. So this will now become 7 alpha minus 6 is equals to, cross multiply this, it will be plus minus 5 alpha. Now take positive 5 alpha one time, this will be 7 alpha minus 6 equal to 5 alpha, and 7 alpha minus 6 equal to minus 5 alpha. So take this 5 alpha to that side, 7 minus 5 will be 2, 2 alpha equal to 6, alpha equal to 3. Take this 5 to that side, it will be 12, 12 alpha equal to 6, alpha equal to 6 by 12, that will be 1 by 2. So we are getting two values for alpha. Okay, 1 by 2 and 3. So we'll get two circles here. So the center is alpha comma alpha when it is touching both the axes. So this will be 3 comma 3, and radius will also be alpha when it is touching both the axes. So here the equation of circle is x minus 3 square y minus 3 square is equals to 3 square. Okay, for alpha equal to 3. Now for alpha equal to 1 by 2, C will be 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2, center will be this, and radius is also 1 by 2. So the equation of circle is x minus 1 by 2 square plus y minus 1 by 2 square is equals to 1 by 2 square. This will be the another equation of circle. Okay, so it means that this inside circle will have, alpha as 1 by 2. We'll get one more circle outside this. Let me draw that one also. It is touching both the axes. So this can be the equation. This is the circle which touch both the coordinate axis. Okay, in this way. Okay, a variable circle passes through the point A of A comma B and touches the x-axis, then the locus of other end of the diameter through A is. Now here we have this coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis. Now the circle is touching the x-axis at this point P, right? Now this circle is having center C. Okay, let us take the given point A here. Let me take this point as A of A comma B. So he is asking the locus, okay, locus of other end of the diameter. So diameter is mentioned here. So let me draw the diameter here. Diameter is a line passing through the center, okay, passing through the center. So this is the diameter. Now this other end of the diameter locus is asking locus of other end. So this is the other end of diameter. Now let us take this other end as B of H comma K. Okay, let us take this other point as B of. Now we can see that this center C is nothing but midpoint of A and B. Okay, the center is the midpoint of 2 points A and B, other ends of a diameter. So midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So here I will get A plus H by 2 comma B plus K by 2, right? Now see here, this circle is touching the x-axis. It means that the radius from this, the radius r will be the distance between center to any point on the periphery. So the radius will be the height is k here. Okay, so this will be touching the x-axis, means the radius will be ordinate of this center. Okay, ordinate of the center means here we got the ordinate of the center as B plus K by 2 will be the height. Okay, now we know that radius is nothing but distance between points A and B upon 2. That is, we know that r is d by 2. Radius is nothing but half of diameter. So the diameter length will be the distance between point A and B. So the radius from figure can be B plus K by 2. Let us take mod here because the circle can be above the x-axis or below the x-axis. That's why I am taking mod here. Distance between 2 points can be taken as h minus a square, x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, k minus b whole square by 2. Now squaring on both sides. Okay, squaring on both sides. Here we will get under root also for distance formula. So on squaring on both sides, I will get b plus k square by 4 is equals to h minus a whole square plus k minus b whole square by 4. This 4 and this 4 will get cancelled. So now expand this b plus k whole square, b square plus k square plus 2bk is equals to, this will be h minus a whole square. Now expand this k minus b, this will be k square plus b square minus 2bk. So this k square, b square will get cancelled. Now we are left with h minus a whole square. Take this minus 2bk to that side, it will become plus 4bk. Now the locus of b h comma k is, replace x by h, so this will become x minus a square is equals to, here we are replacing h with x, k with y for locus, so this will become h minus a will become x minus a whole square, 4b k value is y. So this is the required locus of the other end of the diameter.